Welcome everyone to episode 10 of Project Tech Gaming. I'm your host for this week, Kelvin Rolong, and I'm with co-host Robert Garcia. What's going on, buddy?
Hey man, just excited for this episode of Project Tech Gaming.
Yeah, man, we have a lot to talk about. I'm talking about a lot. A lot has happened in the past 24 hours since we made our doc. So we got
How many topics do we have today?
We have 7 topics if we can squeeze 7 topics today. Yeah, it's a lot. But we're going to try to get through it. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get started. So topic number 1, we're going to be talking about Season 6 of Fortnite. We're going to be talking about Outriders. We're going to be talking about Microsoft impressions with the wireless headset that they have. We just added a bunch of stuff about Sony's new VR controller and a bunch of stuff about Square Enix Showcase. Before we do that, though, let's get into Game of the Week. Of course, if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, Game of the Week is our recurring segment in this podcast where we talk about games that we just choose to decide to play. One of us picks a game. Doesn't matter which genre, doesn't matter which console it comes with. We just play the game and we give our impressions of it. And at the end, we just give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Rob, this is your Game of the Week this week. What did you play?
I played DoomEternal.
All right.
So, I was originally going to play a different game, but since Bethesda just unloaded on the Xbox Game Pass, I was like, it's right here. Why not? Mm-hmm. So, in lieu of that, that's why I picked DoomEternal.
Cool. Tell us about it.
So, if you don't know what Doom is, it was originally I think it was an NES game back in the day. But they redid it for the new generation. So in 2016, they had Doom basically remake.
Okay.
And then they came up with a sequel to that, which is Doom Eternal.
Okay.
I played the original, the remake, and I was like, okay, I like that. I should like this, right?
Right.
So far, that game is refreshing. Let me tell you.
It looks fun. I mean, it looks like you just a mindless shooter, right? You're just shooting things and you're not really caring about anything else but killing what's in front of you.
Yeah, so it's an interesting shooter because the game wants you to not camp. It wants you to just go in there and just shoot and kill as much as possible. It actually rewards you for killing and doing these things called glory kills,
right?
Where they're basically executions. And that's how you get your health. That's how you get ammo for your guns. Is by doing these glory kills.
Okay.
So you're just running around shooting demons, and to top it all off, you're there's some awesome rock music happening in the background. So you're pumped up.
Oh, all right.
And let me tell you, I'm used to playing gory games. I play Gears of War and stuff like that. It's a pretty gory game and whatever. But there was times where I was oh, you know what I mean? Damn.
I saw your Game of the Week and it looked pretty gory, man. It looked pretty brutal. It's funny because that game doesn't hold back. It just kind of I like
it doesn't care. It doesn't care.
I like the graphics to it because it gives you that sense of blur effect in the background, and it shows you that your character right in front of you, so it looks very clean in front of you. You know what I mean? It has that nice crisp look to it every time you're killing somebody with a gun, or you're shooting them or you're stabbing them. So it looks dope. I like it. If you guys want to check out more of Rob's Game of the Week, Doom, go check out the Game of the Week for this week on YouTube right now, so you can check it out and right after this video.
Yeah, we will put the link to the video in the description below.
Yep.
And I'll leave off that this game, it was nice to play this game because you can kind of turn your brain off.
How long did you play?
How many you don't have to. I played about 2-3 hours of it.
Okay.
And the whole time it was just nice because you don't have to think.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Again,
it's just mindless.
You're just going at it, shooting
it's great.
things. That's cool. Now, you? First of all, you recommend this? It seems right? It's fun. Thumbs up, right?
Thumbs up, 100%. Yeah, thumbs up. Absolutely. Fun as hell.
How's the customization in this game? Is there any type of customization? Is there any RPG element to this game at all? Upgrading your weapons?
Yeah, so there's different little they're not shops, they're little robots you go up to, and you can put a grenade launcher on your shotgun. You can make your shotgun fully automatic. There's definitely customization to the weapons in this game, which is
Cool.
which is great.
Nice. All right. Any final thoughts of it?
It's free on Game Pass. Go play it. Like, honestly, it's just a fun shooter. There's not much more I can say about that. Basically, you're Doomslayer. You get sent back to Earth to kill some demons. And that's pretty much it. That's what the game is. It's like they're messing stuff up on Earth. You're going back and you're going to kill them all.
Nice and easy story. That's all it is. Nice.
It's just nice and easy story. You're just a good guy just trying to get rid of the demons. That's it. Nice. So, again, thumbs up. Go play it.
Awesome. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with topic number 1. Season 6 of Fortnite adds Lara Croft, crafting, and more. Tuesday, Epic launched Season 8 of game's second chapter called Primal, taking place right after the Zero Crisis finale that concluded Season 5, introducing prehistoric animals and changes to the layout of the island once again. So every season it has like a little change in the island. So this time it's more of a primal look to it. So there's a bunch of licensed skins, including Lara Croft, Raven from Teen Titans, which I did not know, and that excites me. I mean, Lara Croft excited me, but that's pretty dope. And Brazilian soccer player Neymar, no idea who that is. Do you? No idea. So does this excite you right now? Like what does this do for you?
So I like that they just don't add skins. They're changing up the map a little bit, like you said, to make it more primal per se.
Yeah.
You know, like again, it's still Fortnite. They're just adding a bunch of skins.
Yeah.
You know, and changing a few things here and there. Mm-hmm. That's essentially what Fortnite is that's how it gets people excited, because they do a really good job with what skins they're introducing into that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Does it excite you?
I mean, it's one of those things where Fortnite does this amazing, fantastic job of when they announce something, it gives me that urge to go back to play it. I don't always do it.
Exactly. Yes. Every time you see a new season that comes out, you're like, I kind of want to go play again.
And you know that means that they're doing something right. It may not get us per se. It may not have our attention like right away. It may not be able to kind of get me to download the game again. However, there's 1,000 other people that triggers them, and they're like, all right, you know what? I like that character skin, or I like Kratos, I like Master Chief, so I'm gonna download this right now. It gets somebody's attention, and I think they do a fantastic job of like reeling you back into the atmosphere, and that's what I love about this game. Like I appreciate it so much, and we've had conversations outside of the podcast about this, where this game it's just a revolutionary game, and it's changed the atmosphere. It's changed the landscape of gaming for so many developers that it's insane. This game has everything, as far as like everything good going for it right now, and it doesn't stop. It looks like the train just keeps going. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, now what I've noticed with Fortnite is they don't ever have like Nintendo characters. Do you ever see them introducing any type of Nintendo character to Fortnite, or Fortnite being able to get, or Epic Games be able to get rights to be able to use Nintendo characters?
A part of me says no, but a part of me says anything can happen. And again, Fortnite, Epic, they've proven from time to time that they continue to just change the landscape, and they give you this inkling to keep playing this game by the way they introduce their seasons. And anything can happen. Anything, literally. Like Kratos, would you have expected Kratos a year ago, 2 years ago, that Kratos would be in this game? Or Master Chief, Lara Croft? Like, this is becoming the Smash Brothers of gaming in general.
I don't know. I would call it Smash Brothers. I would say in the sense of like, here's like it's Smash Bros in the sense of like skins. It's not in the sense of like.
But that's what I mean. I mean, I'm not talking about getting into details of like, because none of the characters in Fortnite have any type of stats. They're just skins.
Exactly. So I want to say they're really good at getting the character skins.
Yeah, the lore of it,
and bring them all together. But if that's in that sense you're talking about with Super Smash Bros, like everyone is in this game.
That's what they're doing.
Then yes,
they're gaining that momentum, and they're actually trying to use that type of mentality that Nintendo uses to bring characters into Smash, where it's like, oh, this is fantastic. It's working for Nintendo, where they're just bringing third-party characters into Super Smash Brothers. Let's do the same thing, but just in a different scale, and it's working out perfectly for them.
So, do you think that? Well, actually, first off, can you get any skin at any time, or like once a skin is out, it's out for a limited time, you can't buy anymore? I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Like I can't go back and buy season 3 or season 4 skins that I really liked or anything like that. Like
Good point.
I think you have to buy.
Yeah, you have to buy it then and there, unless they do like some type of special and they bring it back for whatever reason. But yeah, that's a good point. You don't have access to those characters 24/7.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a good mashup for sure of what they're doing, how they're getting at all those different characters, and it's the only game that's really doing that next to, Smash Bros.
Right. So can Fortnite be stopped though? Do you think this is something that? Do you see Fortnite in a year or two kind of losing steam?
No, I think they're always gonna have that audience of it's mostly kids, right, that are playing Fortnite. That's like the thing to play for kids. They'll always capture that audience. It's more of for adults. If like is me and you gonna play Fortnite in 10 years? Probably not.
I don't know.
I mean,
we might have kids. Now. I have a kid. You might have a kid at that point. Maybe they want to play Fortnite. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think it's kind of like one of those things where, not to say like Pokemon or anything like that, but it's gonna be one of those things where it's just part of gaming now. You know what I mean? It's just a staple.
Yeah, exactly. So. It's gonna go down in history as one of the best games that ever was made. I think. I don't know if you agree.
No, I think so too. I mean, it just the amount of time, how much fun. I haven't played
We've had so much fun.
The amount of how much fun I've had playing that game,
yeah, for sure.
And they made the beat battle royale thing. You know what I mean? Like they made it the thing to do. Like look,
they made
Apex,
it to what it is today.
Call of Duty, and they were like, oh, like those guys are doing really well with this. Let's make our own.
For sure.
So I think Call of Duty has taken some Fortnite's players when that came out, when Warzone came out.
It's taken the adults, I guess, because nothing was out there for that type of genre. So we played Fortnite 1 because it was popular and 2 because it was fun, but there was nothing else that kind of caught our attention up until Apex. And then Apex was like, oh, this is more like grounded, more serious, more, adult-ish. And then, it was fun for us, but we weren't that into it. We kept dying mostly, right? But then Call of Duty came out and Warzone came out, and that's like I remember that first day, and I tell you all the time when we first dropped down in Warzone, I'm like, "Yup, this is it. This is like I'm all in. Like this is the game for me."
Speaking of Warzone,
that I'm W.
Sure somebody got a W last night. Who got W's?
Yeah. We killed it. We killed it last night.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Let's go.
Topic number 2: Outriders is coming to Xbox Game Pass on day 1. Outriders, and this is quotes from Xbox.com. Outriders will be available on console and Androids and tablets via Xbox Cloud Gaming. It's in beta at the moment with Xbox Game Pass on day 1. Starting April 1st, Xbox Game Pass for consoles and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can jump into this true genre hybrid from Square Enix, which combines brutal combat with deep RPG systems. Set in the future where players attempt to colonize a planet that they believe to be home for humanity, turns out the planet doesn't want them. So pretty cool. There was a demo out for Outriders that I never got to play. I don't know if you did or not.
I didn't get to play it though.
But I've heard a lot of momentum coming out of this game. Like a lot of people are talking about it on Twitter, and it was just getting a lot of eyes right now. So this announcement was pretty dope. And from what I've seen, it looks cool. Nothing that I would really buy, but because it's on Game Pass, now I'm kind of more inclined to try it. What's really cool is that there's a single player element, obviously, but you can play it co-op with up to two friends. So that right there, I was like, oh, I could play with Rob. Like, that's pretty cool. So does this excite you at all, or what does this do for you?
Yeah, I looked into this game and it looks pretty good. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, especially it's a cherry on top with it coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
This might actually be a game of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
In the future,
100%.
What it reminds me of that game. It reminds me of Gears of War and Destiny put together.
Oh.
That's
okay.
It's like it's a looter shooter.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I like that it's got a more serious tone. Because it's like
right.
It has the monsters and gory and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you saw any trailers for it, but it looks pretty. There's like 4 different classes you can choose from.
I didn't get into too much details with it. I did see a trailer, and from what I saw, it looked dope. I was gonna kind of wait once this was announced. I was gonna wait till like Game Pass came out on April 1st to try it out and just kind of get like a full hands-on impression of it. But I'm excited. I think it's cool. I think again, Xbox is dominating in the Game Pass landscape, and I think this is just another W for them. Like this is great. Like I don't think we need to really rehearse the same. Like we talk about Game Pass almost every episode now, how well they're doing, and I think
Game Pass.
just get it. Just get it. Try it out. It's
Get
great.
it.
So do you think Sony should be afraid? Do you think are they nervous? Are they like in the drawing boards right now trying to find out what to do to kind of like, you know, get back at Xbox and trying to see what they can come up with, or what do you think they're doing right now?
With Sony, I don't really think they are not worried too much because people that are in Sony's network, they're kind of in there. You know, like people are not really going to go away from Sony because like they kind of got them.
They're in the ecosystem.
Right? Once you're like, for example, you're a PlayStation guy. You've always been a PlayStation guy.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter what Sony does or what Xbox does, you're always going to go back to Sony because
sure.
you know it's what you're comfortable with, and you know the kind of games that they come out with, and that's always going to bring you back.
100%. Yep.
So I don't think they're too worried about that. Now it's the person that is going to choose between Xbox, a new player, or PlayStation. That's where it gets a little money. Where I would say Game Pass has the edge because it's a easier entry point.
And I think that's
right?
key. I think what you're saying is 100% correct because yes, I think I'm kind of like on the opposite side of what you're thinking. I think Sony should be afraid at this point, or they should at least be concerned about, you know, what Xbox is doing at the moment, because that person, that little Johnny again that we talk about, that's deciding to pick up a console, he's not sure what to get. He's more inclined to get the Xbox because there's a lot of free games out there that he can try, obviously with a subscription base. But there's just a lot that is rooting for Xbox right now. There's so many things that are happening, and Xbox is constantly on like the news as far as like gaming news, like all positive at this point. You know, Outriders coming out day one. You know, they're increasing their frames per second for older games. Like there's a lot of positive vibes. Getting Bethesda. There's a lot of positive things right now that everybody's, you know, all eyes right now are on Xbox, and Sony. I don't think they're right now they're in trouble, but I think they do need to kind of sit down, get into a meeting, and just kind of sit back and see what they need to do to kind of get not get back, that's not the right word, but just kind of, you know, get a little bit more inclined of what Xbox is doing right and how they can do that to kind of keep the people in their ecosystem, but as well as keep newer people or grab newer people's attention.
Well, for us, if I didn't have a big reason why I don't have an Xbox is because I have a PC.
Right, same
and
reason. Yep.
Game Pass works for PC, so that's huge, right?
Yeah.
I think just PlayStation's answer to this is just to have a Game Pass of their own. You know,
That's
something
it.
like that, where if you want to enjoy Sony's exclusive games, that you can get them at this thing.
Yeah, I think PlayStation Collection is going to grow into something bigger. It's just right now it's in its infant stage. I just think, you know, right now they have a good selection of games, but it will, over time, it'll grow and it'll start becoming the, you know, the Game Pass of Sony at some point.
Do you think that PlayStation will release a kind of like a PlayStation 5 Mini in the sense of like how Xbox has a Series X and S, right? Do you think PlayStation will kind of release a less expensive thing where you can still enjoy like the PlayStation 5 games? Do you think that they'll do something like that or no?
No, because I think their vision is very straightforward. They're in this atmosphere right now in this next generation for big AAA games. That this is, you know, the console to get for graphics, for you know, 4K, and you know, all the high tech stuff that you would want on PlayStation. I think they could deviate from that, but right now I think they still want to grab people's attention and grab the audience that they want. Maybe after the holiday next year or sometime they'll probably make a smaller version, maybe a little bit more compact and something a little bit less.
Well, first
of
they
a
got to get the
powerhouse.
original in people's hands
Exactly.
first, because
And that's
people
why
can't even get them.
I'm saying they'll probably wait till after the holiday to get, you know, as much influx they can, as many people as they can to get into the Sony ecosystem. We'll see. I don't know. Everything's just getting started this year, so we'll see what happens, especially with, you know, COVID kind of like somewhat subsiding and, you know, people getting their vaccines. A lot of you know, things are going to start changing. Everybody's going to start going, you know, working from their offices now. Like, we'll see. We're not sure, but, you know, things will start changing hopefully this year. On to topic number 3. First hands-on impressions on Microsoft Xbox wireless headset. So we talked a little bit about the about the Xbox wireless headset on episode 6. So I'm just going to do a little brief kind of breakdown here. But if you want to get into the nitty-gritties of it, we did kind of do a little bit more of a detailed, you know, breakdown of it on episode 6. So go check that out. So for this, there was like actual hands-on impressions of the wireless headset, and this is from The Verge. From what they said, they had nothing but positive things to say about this headset. They said that it had excellent design. It's easy to use the dials. It supports concurrent wireless connections. It's only $100, which is a phenomenal price. No multifunction button for controlling Bluetooth devices, which is one of the downfalls. There's no 3.5 millimeter jack. Not compatible with non-Xbox consoles, that's pretty big. I don't know why that's not the case. But yeah, I don't know if you got to see the impressions of it, but what do you think about the headset?
So what I love most about this headset, from what I read on the article, is that you can use it while on Discord. So you can connect the headset to your phone. That's what I've been
talking about. Yes.
And you can also play with your friends on Xbox.
Right.
So there's kind of like a workaround for Discord, which is awesome. That right there would be like, okay, yep. I want to get that. I want that. I would get that.
Another little cool feature that it has, you can turn on your console with the headset. That's pretty dope.
Oh, you couldn't do that before, Vinny? Can you do it with the PlayStation one?
Not with my PlayStation 1, no. You press the button on the Xbox headset and it turns on your console. I don't think you could ever do that, yeah.
I mean, your controller does it too. Your controller.
All right, yeah. But I'm just saying, is it a actual feature that we want? Not really, but it's just cool to have. It's just like, whatever, I can do this. Yeah. You know, it's pretty dope. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think this is the first like wireless headset from Xbox that I have eyes on. Like, it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna buy it, obviously, but it's just, you know, it's good to have. It's $100.
Consider getting it if I had an Xbox. Honestly, I heard one thing though about it. I heard the mic quality's not the greatest.
Okay.
That's like the one downfall.
And it doesn't have a 3.5 millimeter jack, which is weird. Like, you know, like you should have that. Even so, like the PS5 DualSense has it.
People are really trying to kill that freaking 3.5 millimeter jack.
I don't know why.
Really trying to make it die.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but it's whatever.
I did like the fact that like the way you do the chat and the volume mixer. It's like little cuffs that you rotate. Like you rotate the cuffs.
It's like a dial and you're rotating the cuffs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a unique design, and again, it has an excellent design. It looks dope. Check it out.
It's simple, but it's like, it's not like, look, I'm a gamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sleek in design, but it's still kind of like, you know, it's an Xbox control, like Xbox headset.
Yeah, because it has a little green sliver.
Which is nice. Yeah. Check it out. It looks cool. Topic number 4. Intel takes shots at Apple. Plus, 11th gen chips are faster but fewer cores. So let's talk about the shots at Apple first. Intel hires actor Justin Long, who previously worked on ads for Apple's in 2000. He helped create new ads praising PC this time. So Long mocks Apple's touch bar, lack of M1 multiple monitor support, and color schemes. He continues to mock the lack of the 2-in-1 support with the purchase of a tablet, a keyboard, stylus, and even a dongle to match what Intel-based, you know, laptops have nowadays. So I watched the video. I watched the commercial. I know you did too, and I thought it was really well made.
We'll put it up here on you guys. It won't be the audio won't be there, but we'll put it up for you guys to see.
Yeah, I liked it. It was clever. It was pretty nice. What did you think?
There's no loyalty.
No.
There's no loyal the Verizon.
It's like the
guy
Verizon
went to
guy, dude. It's
Sprint.
like
Yep.
no fucks
Yep.
given. It doesn't. They don't care anymore. You know. That's
Savage.
where's the
Like,
where's the stacks? That's all they care about. You know what I mean?
But Justin Long's a homie though. I like
he's
Justin
dope.
Long.
He's cool. I like him. Shout outs to him. But I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought they did a good job. It's weird that they're doing like they're taking shots though. I don't know if there was a reason behind that. You know.
Well,
like,
it was back in the 2000. It was Dell. I think it was Dell versus Apple.
yeah.
I think. I don't know if it was a PC or Dell. I don't know which two. It was. I would imagine it was Microsoft or Dell, someone. And basically, Apple was trying to shit on them, being like, Apple does this, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like reverse, where like Intel's like, oh, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this,
because they've innovated so much, and they're right now where they're at as a company. They've improved on just about everything as far as like the PCs, the laptops itself. Like just like Long was saying, there's like a bunch of like features that Intel laptops have, and Apple is kind of lacking in some aspects. Do they need it? Not necessarily, but it's one of those things where a consumer would see all these features in an Intel laptop and they're like, well, this is probably cheaper and it has all these features. Like, I'm going to probably get this instead of an Apple, product.
I mean, honestly, PC prices like laptops, they're getting up there now. Like they're getting like a premium laptop. It's coming pretty close to what Apple's selling their stuff for now, just because they're getting that much better.
But you're not getting all the bells and whistles, quote unquote.
Yeah, he was spot on with like, oh, you need a dongle. You want a touchscreen. You have to get an iPad.
You need a keyboard.
Too. Like,
why do I need a keyboard? Like, a detachable keyboard. Like those things are, it's true, right? Like there's a lot of things, accessories that you would have to buy for Apple, for any Apple product that it's like, come on, should this not be included or,
Quick question for you. Since using both, now you've used Windows and Apple, which do you prefer? Like, what do you prefer, using Mac OS or you prefer using a Windows OS?
I kind of dig the Mac OS, honestly.
You dig the Mac OS more?
I do, yeah. I at first it was more so of I don't know. I just I think Windows 10 did it for me. I think for some reason I kind of like the layout. I like how everything is tablet kind of esque, and it has all these like little boxes everywhere that you can kind of just customize
it made it easier
yourself
to navigate,
and it makes it easier to navigate. And I love the fact that you can customize everything. So it just makes it more simple and just kind of user friendly, in my opinion. I mean, not that Apple has a unuser friendly.
So wait, you like Windows more than Apple now?
I do, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the reverse. Sorry.
No, Windows for sure. Yeah.
I definitely have switched to. I used to be more about Apple, Mac OS, and now I've gravitated more towards Windows just because it's more comfortable for me now. Not that it's not more comfortable, but I'd like it for work. I like using my MacBook for work, right, for productivity. But for anything else, like for it to do everything, I like my Windows machine so much better.
Yeah. Again, it's just it feels easy to just maneuver around, and the Mac OS is fine, but I mean, I've used it before plenty of times, and I feel comfortable using it, navigating through it. But then there's just things
you just feel like limited, right?
There's
like
limited.
Feel like
there's limitations to it, and I just
I want to connect this USB thing. I like this like old USB thing I found, right?
Right.
Oh, I gotta get my dongle real quick and make sure I have that.
There's just a lot of things that you need to kind of jump through hurdles a little bit more than Windows 10. That's all. So I prefer this for sure. I think I'm definitely more of a Windows guy now. On to topic number. Oh no, actually, we're gonna continue talking about Intel. I'm telling you, there's a lot of information right now. So we'll talk about the 11th gen chips. So 11th gen chips are faster but fewer cores. So the newer cores now or the newer chip right now is codenamed Rocket Lakes S. That's Intel's next gen desktop chips, which are available now. The 11th gen comes with 8 cores, 16 threads, boosted clock speeds of up to 5.3 gigahertz, and supports DDR4 RAM at 3200 millihertz. Right?
Yep.
Megahertz.
Are you a Intel guy or are you an AMD guy?
I'm Intel for sure.
Intel?
Yeah. And you're AMD for sure, right?
Yeah, I'm an AMD guy. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I could switch.
Yeah. I don't think the loyalty between those two for me doesn't really matter, honestly. it doesn't like as long as it gets the job done. I'm
Yeah,
fine with
exactly.
both.
Like if they're gonna do the same thing that I wanted to
Exactly.
do,
Yeah.
as long as yeah, exactly. I don't really care either, but it's just what I happen to get.
Exactly.
What I can get at the time and what's the best price at the time.
Yep.
Is usually where I go.
So because there's fewer, the reason being that they have fewer cores is because the Intel is replacing the Skylake chip, which is used back then in the 6th gen in 2015. So this new Rocket Lake S chip is called Compressive Cove, and it's just it's a better chip, but it just has fewer cores, which I mean, it's gonna
Interesting.
bound to happen.
Okay.
But I thought that was a pretty cool little thing there. It's available now if you want to get it. I don't know how much it is. Probably more than what I need to buy for. But
yeah, I'm good. I'm good right now.
yeah, I'm good. We're good with what we have right now. Topic number 5: BMW unveils the exterior of the i4, its first electric sedan. BMW's true follow-up to the i3 EV, the i4 is slated to hit the road by the end of the year. Different configurations with a max range of 300 miles and around 530 horsepower. And it'll be flagship for BMW as well. So what do you think about this?
I like it.
Yeah. It looks slick.
I just don't like its nose though.
Really? I like it. I don't mind
how big the grill is. The grill is huge.
I don't know. I tend to like bigger grills for some reason. It just looks vicious,
It looks weird. It just looks like it has a big nose, like big nostrils.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
But
I don't know. It might grow on me, but
yeah.
Comments below. What do you think of the BMW's grill?
Yeah, let us know.
Like it, hate it, love it. Yeah. I think this is good things. I think again, all of the manufacturers are now shifting to electric, and that's just a good thing.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
That's what we need to make the revolution happen.
Absolutely, and I think this it's just everyone kind of moving towards a new, a new infrastructure. Everybody's kind of moving with the trend, right? And that's just what you need to do to kind of like sustain yourself. If you continue doing the same thing over and over, you're not going to follow the trends. You're not going to follow what needs to be done per se, right? So this is a positive move, I think. So
I think people continue.
I was just gonna ask you a question. Do you think Tesla should be worried at all for this because everyone's kind of jumping on the E train?
I think so. I think once there's going to be more players in the game, because I think the number one thing that people like picking Tesla is that they have like actual full size cars. A lot of like when the manufacturers were coming out with their EVs, they're really small, right? Like the BMW, like the i3. I don't know if you know what it looks like, but it's like a little tiny hatchback looking thing. It's so even like with the Chevy Volt or like that stuff, they're not big cars and they kind of look weird. Whereas with this BMW i4, it looks like a regular car,
right?
But it's just electric. So I think that's a big thing that people are waiting for. That's why people like the Tesla, because they look like regular cars.
Yeah.
That they would drive every day. Now that everyone else is doing that, they're like, okay, well now I have selection. Now
there's variety,
and now there's variety. Like, okay, well I liked BMW when I had my gasoline car. Why when I picked them?
And now Tesla started seeing sales go down this year. They've lost however much money in that because everyone's going into that hype train of everyone getting electric cars. So yeah, they should be. I wouldn't say worried per se, but they need to kind of like redirect their their catalog and kind of figure out what else they need to do to kind of bring everybody back into the Tesla category there.
Yeah, I think the marketing is going to be key.
Marketing for sure, 100%. And I mean, I think they do a great job with keeping their prices, at bay with, medium class or mid class.
Yeah, I think entry point is like 32 grand.
Yeah, which is not terrible.
Something like that.
So
yeah,
I think they do great with price points. So I think they're fine. They'll be okay. It's just a matter of kind of readjusting their plans.
So if you were to say you got the Tesla versus the BMW i4, what would you get? You got to choose now. and are around the same price range.
That's tough.
See,
probably,
but before it would have been a no-brainer. Be like,
yeah,
Tesla, duh. But now
probably BMW, honestly. I mean, I used to do valet parking, so I know how BMWs handle more so than a Tesla. I've driven like maybe 2 of them, but I don't know. I just feel like I would feel more comfortable in a Tesla. I'm sorry, a BMW. A Tesla more so would be way too different for me. It would be like way too much to, get used to. And I'm just like, I'd rather just kind of stick with a BMW. What about you?
I really do like. I think the BMW has to like prove itself, like features. Like there's like little things that Tesla does that like I don't know if the other manufacturers are going to do it.
Yeah.
For example, you could play games in your Tesla. You could play like you could play Cyberpunk. Apparently, that's cool. They have dog mode.
I would never use that. Never play it.
Yes, you would.
I would never play a game in my car. There's no way.
Yes, you would. You 100. If you are on autopilot and you got kids in the back and they want to play a game, they can just do that on the car. Don't tell me that you wouldn't.
No, but because they have to like I'm assuming they're using the big ass screen in the front.
Yes.
No, I don't want my kids. Like, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna play if they're in the back seat strapped? You know what I mean?
I don't know. They could probably see it from there, but more so. Okay, different example. You got to charge your car, right? You got to like say you're doing a long road trip. You got to charge your car, right?
Yeah,
it's running low on battery, and it's not going to be a quick like 2-minute thing like gas. It's going to take like at least 10 to 15 minutes to get some charge, right? Well, guess what? That's 10 minutes to 15 minutes. It's going to go by so fast because you're playing a freaking video game. Like that's pretty cool.
I guess. I just feel like I'd use my time more appropriately than playing a video game. At that point, in that moment. Yeah.
Big mature adult.
Listen,
you're gonna be playing the game.
I don't know, man. I think, especially like you said it, like I'll be with my kids in a road trip. I'm not gonna be playing a game. I'm gonna be changing diapers and like feeding them. Bro. I don't know. I mean, I see the appeal.
Putting money down on it. You're gonna be playing Super Smash Brothers. On your Tesla.
All right, see, you said Smash Brothers. That's a different story. You're saying over here Cyberpunk and I don't know, Cuphead, like, but Smash Brothers, I can probably pick a game or two.
If it's the right game, you'll play it exactly.
We'll see. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If it has features like that, the new guys.
I'm not saying it's a bad feature. I'm just saying, is it something that I would use on a daily basis? If it's there, it's cool, whatever. But I wouldn't use that as my way of purchasing. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I want the Tesla because I'm able to play games at a certain points. Like that's not one of my like key features that I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just giving you an example of like there's like little things like that add up.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
Would kind of sway my decision for picking one or the other. But again, we have to see what BMW comes out with.
For sure. Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I want to see what they come up with, and I wish this whole pandemic thing didn't happen. I want to go to a car show. It's been a while since I've gone.
I would. Yeah, next month would have been when they were doing the New York City one. We always go every year.
Yep.
Yeah, it's sick. And it's cool because, but it's going to be great by the time it opens up again. There's going to actually be a decent amount of electric cars on the floor.
It's going to be a different dynamic than when we went three years ago or something like that, right?
2-3 years ago is the last time we went.
Yeah.
So.
Exciting stuff. Topic number 6. You know what else is exciting, Rob?
What's exciting?
Sony's new controller for VR. Now, stick with me. So this is from PlayStation Blog. Quote, the new VR controller enables players to feel and interact with games in a much more visceral way. There are several features, including key features from the DualSense controller, which match our vision for the next generation VR games can be. So, couple tabs here. Design is completely overhauled. So if you looked at it, and we'll obviously post it here, it has this like oval shape, and you kind of hold on to like some handles. Couple of features that it has: haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, finger touch detection, and tracking. It sounds to me like they're kind of taking a lot from the DualSense and adding it to the VR, to the new controller, which is exciting. Now, a little backstory for me. I don't necessarily I've never played PlayStation VR. I've never actually played a VR game or anything like that. I've never just been like, it just never gravitated towards me.
You've never played Beat Saber?
No, I heard it's amazing though. I've heard it's
You
phenomenal.
are missing
I know.
out.
Stick with
So good.
is that a PlayStation game or is that
No, it's a Oculus game.
Okay. So I've never been excited for any of the VR stuff, mostly because I've always felt like they're like this second attachment to whatever it is that you have. So like for PlayStation, for example, I feel like it's just this attachment that you can buy, and it doesn't really do anything for me, more so because of the wires and how just I don't feel like it would be user friendly in that sense. I have this huge machine on my head, and then there's a bunch of wires just dragging on the floor, and I see that as cumbersome. I see that as annoying. Like it's not something that I want to do. And I know there's other VR headsets out there. I don't know if the Oculus is one of them that are just completely wireless. But obviously, I'm not into VR like that as much to go and purchase $1,000 like VR headset. So Sony seems to be the more affordable one, and Sony being the one that's more wired, it never gravitated towards me. What do you think about VR, and what do you think about this news here?
As long as it's like fully wireless, which I think they will make it fully wireless, that's a big thing for me because again, you don't want to be tethered by a cord. Like you feel like your sense
you're
of,
already
like,
your senses are already just completely.
It's the immersion thing, right? Like
exactly.
if okay, the world can look as crazy and realistic as it wants, but if I know that like there's literally a cord attached to me,
it breaks the immersion.
Takes that immersion out. Yeah, exactly.
100%. Yeah.
But now there's a couple of headsets that don't have wires, and I've tried them, and like someone else playing Beat Saber, and that's a simple game. It's not like a crazy immersive game. It's just I can't believe you haven't tried it. It's
I've never tried it. I mean, the closest I've gotten from trying a VR game was it PAX that we went to, and you had that VR headset.
That was different. That was like a platformer.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it didn't count. So that's why I was like, I've never played a VR game.
Yeah, it works best first person.
Yeah.
If you're a first person game, and I like it. I like VR a lot. I've almost bought a VR headset multiple times.
Really, I didn't know that.
I almost pulled the trigger on them, but I was just like, would I play it a lot? I don't know. Need a lot of space for them.
So this excites me because again, this is
it's like your entry point.
This is my entry point to this. Yeah. Now I don't know if the the new VR headset will be completely wireless. That's something that they need to announce at some point soon. But I can imagine them kind of. I feel like the previous VR headset that they had. It was it was an entry point for them in a sense that they didn't have high expectations for it to sell well. I mean, they said it themselves that when it reached over a million sales, they were surprised. They were caught off guard, and they were very pleasantly surprised. Now,
did it use the Move controllers? That's what it used,
yes.
Right?
So, and that's another thing. I was not going to, I wasn't going to buy that to try VR from Sony. So this is a fresh new start. This is them kind of, I think, going all in this time, as opposed to the first VR headset where they were kind of like, midway, kind of dipping their toes in things that they didn't really know what they were getting themselves into. But now I feel like they're going to put in the work. They're going to put in the consoles or the games that they want. Like, we didn't really have a AAA game for VR, for Sony's VR headset, right? I think this time around, they're going to really put in a lot of effort and time and money to actually build these developers and studios to make AAA content for the next VR headset.
VR has come a long way. It's moving at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
I think there was just like a small little plateau, but I think that plateau, it's like VR is just going to get better and better and better and better and better. Like, again, I said I've been wanting to get one for a long time. There has to be like an exclusive game for VR that everyone's like, you got to play. Like, I would say Beat Saber.
Beat Saber's, that's all I've heard. Every time I hear VR, I hear Beat Saber.
It's so cool. It's just a cool. It's so simple. You literally just have like these two swords.
Yeah.
and you like have to like chop these blocks, but it's like Guitar Hero. You know, how you have to like hit the notes and stuff like that. It's like that, but you're hitting it to every beat and like hearing it to the song, and it's fast paced, and you're getting a workout while you're doing it. It's you gotta try it, man. Honestly.
Yeah, man. I think Sony's gonna kind of really push this time around, and it just takes that one game that they do. It just takes that one AAA studio, Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, whoever they, or even a new studio, and they just make this amazing AAA game for VR, and it's just gonna sell like gangbusters. And I'm hoping that'll happen this year, or not this year. This is coming out possibly. This is another question. What do you think is coming out? I'm guessing it's coming out maybe Q1 of 2022. Only because, like we stated before, Sony needs to sell PS5s.
Oh yeah,
they need a.
yeah, I think so.
They need
too.
a first and foremost. They need to have PS5s in everyone's homes, and that's probably not going to happen at least until the end of the year, where holidays are coming in. People are going to start buying a lot of stuff, so PS5s will definitely be in people's homes by that time, and then
next year,
maybe by like March, maybe February, March, around there is when they'll start kind of like showcasing a lot of the games and stuff like that. Topic number 7, Rob. We made it. Also, this is episode 10. Like, let's just sit back for a moment. Like, we did it. You know what I mean? Round of applause. You know what I mean?
We're here. We
did it. Episode
going. 10. I'm excited, man. This is wanted to do this for a very long time.
For sure.
And actually got it done.
And we're here.
Whoever's hearing this, like,
Jesus, take the wheel.
Too. Like,
Jesus, take the wheel, please.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a lot of dedication, but it's fun. Anyways, topic number 7, Square Enix showcase. So Square Enix, they had this digital showcase today. I knew this was happening, but I didn't know how much content was going to be in it, so I didn't really add this up until like 10, 15 minutes before we started airing.
Yeah, it just happened.
It just happened. So I'm going to run through this real quick. Life is Strange True Colors, which is the next installment of the Life is Strange games. It launches September 10 on Stadia, PS4, PS5, Windows, and Xbox Series X. Sorry. The sequel to Life is Strange 2, basically. It's Life is Strange and prequel Before the Storm remastered for next generation is also something that they announced. So you're getting a bunch of Life is Strange content, which is great. This is it for me. Project Athia? I thought it was named something else. It's Project Athia though. Now known as Forspoken. Did I write this wrong? I swear to God, if I wrote this wrong. I think it's Forspoken.
Right. I think it's right.
I think it's right. It just looks weird now that on the dock. Whatever. So it was first announced on the PlayStation June event back in 2020. Last year. It was last year's PlayStation event. So
you're right, by the way. It's Forspoken. You're good.
Forspoken. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a new IP from Luminous Productions. It's an action adventure. It stars Ella Balinska, as a protagonist. And the protagonist is Frey Holland, which is she face off against like dragons and beasts, and it's kind of has like that. What am I thinking about? What's that show? Dragons. Come on, Rob.
Dragons.
Dragons. Fucking
Dragon Ball Z.
God damn it! No.
Show Dragons. What you gotta help me here. You gotta give me more.
God.
Show Dragons.
Whatever. We'll get back to it. It's coming to PS5 in 2022, and it's also coming to PC. I'm excited for this.
So this game looks sick.
This game looks cool.
You're like a witch. It seems like you're like some kind of like sorcerer or something.
Yes.
And you fight against like these like creatures and stuff, and it's like mythical and crap. And the graphics look sick, and the environment looks cool. I'm a fan.
I don't know. I'm excited. This is kind of like on the level of Final Fantasy 16 for me. Like it just looks that like in that cool range, I mean, there's not much details. That's the thing. There's nothing to kind of go by besides.
You could do like a dash. I know there's like a dash that you can do.
Yeah.
Use magic spells against these things. You might be able to summon stuff, which is cool. But it's definitely like a third-person action RPG looking thing, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just looks like it's right up our alley, and I'm gonna buy it day one. I just can't wait to see more or hear more about it, But right now, we just have a kind of like a window of when it's coming out. 2022 is a while away for us, so I mean, it'll come quick.
I'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll be quick.
They also announced Outriders launching April 1st, which we knew about. And then Marvel's Avengers. I butchered that. Holy shit. I was literally typing as fast as I could. Black Panther and Hawkeye DLC.
Marvel's Adventures.
So they announced the Black Panther and Hawkeye, which we knew about Hawkeye. And along with future plans, along with future plans for more content along the way for this year. So that's pretty cool.
Are you still going to play the game?
No. It doesn't do anything for me. I think they should have had a consistent plan with how much content they were going to throw out there prior to doing this game. I know, shit happens and nothing goes the way you want it to, but that game was in desperate need of content when it first came out. And this is months later after the game came out, almost a year, I think. And it's still
August.
bare bones.
I think it came out in August, something like that.
So it doesn't do anything for me. The story I heard was pretty good, but it's not going to, keep my attention for much long. Yeah. Just Cause for mobile. Cool. Nothing crazy. Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy. It's just a bunch of Tomb Raider games. The 2013 version, 2015 version.
The main games, right?
And 2018. Yeah. So they're all in one little pile for you to play, which is cool. And it's available now on PSN and Xbox Store for $20. And in 2 weeks, it'll jump up to $49.99. So grab that now if you can.
This is good games. Honestly, I played all three of them. They're fantastic. So I would very Uncharted like that's the feel.
It's literally like Uncharted, but with guns and Lara Croft.
Yeah, cool. It's sick. Monsters? I don't remember. There's kind of like monsters.
The first one, sort of. the first Lara Croft one had this weird spin, right? Like I remember vaguely playing or finishing it, and it had like this ending that was kind of weird.
There's one where you have to fight a T-Rex.
Stop. No.
Yeah, there's one. I forget. It was a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 one. You literally had to fight a T-Rex.
No. But we're talking about the newer versions.
Yeah.
These aren't the back in the day PlayStation 1 versions.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to remember what that's just one thing that popped in my mind when I think of Tomb Raider. I'm like, it was playing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, that's cool. I mean, what do you think of just kind of compiled from here? What do you think of Square Enix's showcase?
They got a decent amount of stuff coming out. I mean, Final Fantasy 16's the big elephant in the room, right? That's the one that everyone's really excited about. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Final Fantasy 7, Retrograde or whatever it's called, is coming out. I feel like those are the two main things that they're really working on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then, like I said, the Outriders looks sick. I'm gonna try that.
We're gonna try that now.
Yep. Life is Strange. I never really got into it, but I try it. Maybe
Life is Strange. True Colors seems interesting. I don't know. It just looks interesting. I don't know about the other ones. It never really grabbed my attention, but I think for this new one, you're like a Asian American female who is trying to find her brother or something like that. So I don't know. It looks cool. It looks interesting, but
I'd try it. I would try it.
If it's on Game Pass, let me know. I'll jump on
Exactly. If it's on Game Pass, I'll play it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, this pretty much wraps up today's episode of projecttechgaming. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Just remember, we post every Fridays at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Game of the Week always post Wednesdays at 12 o'clock Eastern Time as well. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on social media. Rob, any closing thoughts?
No, I got nothing for today. I think we covered a lot. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below and anything you guys have. So,
if you find any value on our videos or in our content in general, give us a like, give us a sub. We really appreciate it. Rob, until next week, I'll see you around.
All right, man. See ya.
See ya, man.